Thank you so much for stopping in. Today's video is about the Schumann resonance. Um, I've known and heard about the Schumann resonance for a lot of years, how probably as soon as whoever was talking about it started talking about it. I personally never paid a lot of attention to it, primarily because I was busy working and doing my jobs. But I did pay attention to it, but I respected it. I knew there was something about it, something that's really important. Um, and then I started translating the energy from universal messages from universal energy. So I just never looked into it or tried to understand it because I don't understand it. So recently, a viewer, one of you guys, asked the question. Basically, this is in short, but she said, I wish I knew how to interpret the Schumann charts. I've seen them, and I know that a lot of you know how to do that. So I asked Universal Energy to give us some information about that, and this is the transmission I received. Schumann resonance is, in essence, recording energy of all things, universal influences, galactic influences, planetary influences, seen source influences, earth influences, all the water, air of earth, human influences, emotions, fatigue, anger, bliss energy. Those who record the resonance has a mild understanding of the energy collection. The understanding is limited, yet it is accurate, but not the range of energy necessary to understand the depth and width of how the energy impacts all of the earth realm and its occupants, animals, plants, protozoa, bugs, air, soil, core liquid, human thought, air movement, drive, passion, courage. It is a constant buzz. It has a rhythm that all are accustomed to. It is routine until it changes. In the routine of it, all find harmony in the buzz. All find harmony in the buzz. The resonance encourages community engagements, communications, collection in a similar thought. It creates happiness, creates the need for technology through creative endeavors that benefit. When the buzz adjusts, when the resonance sound energy makes an adjustment, the recording gadget recognizes a change and shows it as a line, a color, an up, a down, peak, or hole. The gadget has combined the energies. The spikes are naturally a combination of etheric and physical energy reactions that are recorded on a screen so human eyes can see the energy adjustment. It is accurate in the reflection, yet the energy is not separated accurately. Therefore, those who look at the chart see an up and a down, and they see colors, yet the chart is not depicted in an accurate manner. That is why, when an intuitive, empathetic human looks at the chart, they are sensing something that the chart is not showing them as a visual, leaving great confusion to the viewer's perception. The organizers, creators of the resonance gadget have the idea of how to make the resulting reporting more accurate, yet they find the separations of all energy a bit too complicated to communicate to the electronics. They are working on it. And then they gave me a picture. I hopefully I'll put it up on the screen. I'll scoot over so I can have room to put it on the screen. I'll take a picture of that. Then it says it's strength and growth equals electromagnetic waves local to Earth. It is more than that. And I'm going to continue. The controllers of the resonance machine can separate out the many energetics that create energy that is registered, which would be less dramatic and less fearful for the viewer of the report. However, in the environment of dominance, it is effective to control humanity. The fear of the Schumann resonance going up and down or whatever it does. And I'm not just, this is not to take away anything of the Schumann resonance. This is just an explanation. I don't want to offend anybody, but it's just kind of I asked, so this is what they told me. And it's something to think about. If to control humanity, if the reporting lead more category, if the reporting had more categories and accuracy, the spikes and downslips, the colors would register quite differently. Let us refer to springtime growth and Schumann resonance combined with universe energies, galactic energies, human thought energy, and so on. There is a swift spike in plant growth, thus registering a spike, showing growth, but explained to the looker as a spike that invokes fear of what is happening galactically. So there's more, but basically what they're saying is everything, the Schumann resonance is registering everything that happens, including thought, including the etherical energy, including plant growth. Everything is registered. Somehow they have figured out the way to register everything on that machine. So I know that solar things, different things happen. Energy, people's emotions, all of that stuff creates energy, and that is what the Schumann machine is tracking. What they're saying is if the reaction, if the energy were separated in all of the categories that are being clumped together, it would not be a fearful type thing. I think it tends to be used as a fearful expectation. Oh my gosh, the Schumann resonance is spiking, or being really volatile right now. And the example they just used was that's in springtime when everything is budding, when everything is growing, it spikes it because it's all grouped together. But if it were not grouped together, the spike of growth of just on the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, in the spring in the northern hemisphere, there's a spike. And it's registered, but not defined. And then, in the southern hemisphere, a freeze has to have some kind of energy also. So it freezes in the southern hemisphere. Winter's coming, winter shows, it freezes, and that energy is registered on the Schumann resonance also. But if it were defined, it would be freezing, it would be growth, and not be all clumped together. That's the point. I know I've kind of carried on, but the point is it's all combined. When if it were separated, it would not be as, it wouldn't be able to be used and utilized as a fearful thing. I'm going to continue. Combining all energies creates an overwhelming registering. You just should have just read. Combining all energies creates an overwhelming registering. Humans do feel it all at various intensities because there are energy changes individually, one or another energy is felt. If it would be understood as individual energies, not combined into a spike, the human would not see it as fearful. They would see what is energetically increasing and relate it to their own reaction as how they are feeling. So it helps us it would help us understand what we're feeling. I mean, we're getting a spike of energy from something. If we would understand in the springtime or in the wintertime, if in the springtime, we would understand it as a spike in growth, or in the Southern Hemisphere, in a spike in cold, we would understand that better and we would be able to define our own reactions to all this energy that's going on. All energy changes are to be aware of. They are important for individual understanding, not for fear mongering. The feeling people receive are true, are accurate. The interpretation must become more accurate. Humanity are easily corralled into fear. However, as the galactic positioning of Earth enters further into the entrance of the coming new era, the understanding of energy, of resonance, of all things, physical and non-physical, comes into a better understanding of comprehension, that all things are energy, are energetic. Then the collection and reporting machine, the Schumann resonance machine, will be changed into the more accurate registering separation of energy. Thus, the humanity can receive a confirmation of what they are feeling. The energy is understood and relatable to the person versus the current fear base. The understanding of all energies comes together. The physical, the etherical, the galactic, thinking, growing, etc., and is the higher intuitive confirmation. You just become understanding of it all. And because of our galactic positioning, it's going to be easier for us. The corrections will come to be embraced by the machine resonance organizers. When humanity naturally comes into the understanding of energy and how it affects the individual and the collective, the machinery will adjust the collection into separate energies versus the combining a bundle of energy together. Your voices will be heard. You know what is right. You want accurate representation. Humanity is exiting the era of dominance. The release will be refreshing. Each individual can utilize the energetics to better their lives and prosperity. So the machine is really important. That's where it ended. The Schumann resonance machine is very important. It's just not defined. It's not broken out into accurate energy reporting. And that's okay, because I don't know how long we've been hearing and talking about the Schumann resonance, but what it has done is look at all the people who have noticed it. Look at all the people who were introduced to it, and now they're recognizing it as energy of not just what's going on in the atmosphere and thinking, what's going on in the atmosphere. It's what's going on in our everyday lives, including people walking on the ground, seeds sprouting, rocks rolling, people thinking, people talking, people getting excited, people getting agitated, all of that. If it were separated out into specific energies, the Schumann resonance would look different. But as the Schumann resonance has penetrated into society and has become the exposure has gone farther and farther out, which includes a lot more people, humanity starts to know and recognize that energy is not what you're plugging into and getting your computer to work with electricity. Everything has energy. And if anything, the Schumann resonance has made people aware of that. And that is one of the biggest and important things that it could ever have done. So it's not saying anything's bad about the Schumann resonance. This transmission is saying, as it's easily used because of the dominance era that we're exiting from, because of that era, it was just naturally used that way. The originator, the people who created it, may not have wanted to use it as a fear kind of thing, but it became a fear kind of thing because that's the era we're in. And we're moving out of it. And in some cases, you can see where we're moving really fast out of it. Other things are lagging behind, but it explains why sometimes we are agitated and we just don't know what it is. The Schumann resonance tells us there's something fearful going on, and it really could be that a group of little kids are excited about seeing a little rabbit run across the room because we're all there in the playground or running across the playground. We're all in the playground. They all see the rabbit, and boom, all that energy goes up. All that energy is concentrated right there. And with energy, that resonance machine says, oh, something's happening over here. And it recognizes an energy. It's not solar. It's not galactic. It's a group of little children thrilled with seeing a rabbit run across their playground. Or a group of flowers all of a sudden bursting into, feeling the warmth, bursting their seed bursts open. Something as simple as that. I mean, it's not simple. But if we that is once we move into this we are moving into the new era. Once we get farther and farther into it, we are going to recognize this is exactly what it's registering. Everything. You're registering everything. Your emotions, my emotions, everything that goes on. It's pretty neat. So thank you for the question, and Rebecca. And please subscribe to my channel, like my video. And I'm happy if you've gotten to this point in my video. Thank you for listening to the whole thing. Stay tuned because there is a lot more to come.